Well, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Before we start, I want to thank a few people who commented on my last video, my nursing flip through. Gavin, who happens to be my grandson, Louise, Kathy, Beverly, and Christina. And Christina actually purchased the black and ivory journal. So thank you so much. So in today's video, I want to show you how to take this Dollar Tree book, which I guess at one time it did sell for $25. But when you buy something at Dollar Tree or Dollar General or any of those kinds of stores, they only cost $1. And I want to show you how you can turn this book into this journal. Now I'm just going to do a really quick flip through of this journal. What I did is I painted the outside of the journal because it was blue and I wanted it to be more of a ivory color. And then what you end up doing is called an altered book, and you end up tearing out a lot of pages so that you have enough room to add the bulk of all these other pages. There are tuck spots and little embellishments here and there. There's a tuck spot in here. There's a belly band here. This has a triple pocket here. Some of my little dangles that you've seen me do before. So anyway, there's fabric here. So I'm going to tell you or show you how to turn this Dollar Tree book into a journal like that. So what I did is when I went to the Dollar Tree, I first looked for books that were in the color of Christmas. And I thought this red book would just work perfectly. And so what I will end up doing is I will cover this with fabric, but the actual book itself, when I go to put whatever fabric or paper on the front of it, the outside here will be just fine with that red color. But what I'm going to do is start by preparing the book. And what you're going to do is tear out quite a few pages. So you want the first 5 pages to remain in the book because that gives you your stability of your spine. So I'm just going to turn over 5 pages, and it doesn't matter which 5 in the beginning because we're going to be covering them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to leave them, and I'm actually going to leave one more because that is a blank page, and that will be a nice area for journaling. So I put a paper clip there, and that tells me to keep that intact, those 5 pages. Then my next page is where this is going to be the front, and then I'm going to tear out 10 pages. Now this book has, let's see about how many pages it has, like 220. So I can pull out like anywhere between 8 to 10 pages. So this is going to be the first page. So I'm going to tear out 10 pages. And you can use these pages for glue pages or just throw them away since it was only $1. I apologize if there's any profanity or bad words on these book pages. So I lost count. That was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you see here where I've just got a tiny bit up here in this corner. I'll just kind of reach in there and pull some of that bulk out. And then even a little bit down here if I can get my fingers in, which I really hardly can. I might just go in with a pair of scissors and try to snip that. It really probably doesn't matter because we're going to be gluing those 2 pages together. So you're not going to be able to see this, but I am going to just go in here and see if I can snip a little bit. No, hardly any, but that's okay. So then these 2 pages where all that roughness is are going to be glued together, and that's going to give them some stability. And then you won't be able to see these torn edges. So what I'm going to do is just take a glue stick, and what I do is just run it all over one of the pages quite liberally. And then the other thing I do, just to make sure it is going to adhere really well, is I take just a little bit of my 3-in-1 glue and I just run it along the edge so that the edge has some glue. So the edges of the pages stick together. And then to adhere these 2 pages, what I'm going to do is bring them up together and bring them forward. The other thing you can do is lay the 1 page down and then bring it forward. I have a tiny little bit of a wrinkle here, but that's okay. I'm going to be covering that. It was mostly just to cover that, that tear spot. So that is our first really stable page. And then now what we want to do is decide what kind of a pocket we're going to have. So I'm going to cover this. I will probably do a triangle pocket there. Then on my next page, I will have a tuck spot. So let's have something like that. Okay, so now this page is going to be the first page to my next little section. So I'm going to tear out 10 pages again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what that does is, you see, then you have a lot of room in here for your pockets and what have you. As we continue, you'll be able to see that even a little bit better. So I tore out my 10 pages here. And again, I wish they tore a little bit better down here. I'm gonna try to really get in there. If I had a craft knife, that would help. And I'm gonna bend this back to here. There we go, that's better. much, much better to pull some of that bulk out of there. And since we're going to be gluing these 2 pages together, then that's going to help that spine remain stable. So now I need to glue these 2 together. These 2 were glued. Now I'm going to glue these. So again, I'm just going to rub some glue stick here. This is not my favorite glue stick. I think I got this at Target, but I'm just trying to use it up. It was from a school project, and so instead of just throwing it away, I'm just trying to use it up here. So then again, I'm going to take some of my 3-in-1 glue for the edges here, just so that they adhere really well. And what I'm going to do to help this adhere even better is I'm going to turn it to this side there. I'm going to bring this page this way and pull it taut so that it lays a little bit better than that last one. And if you pull it toward a smaller area, then your 2 pages meet well, like here on the edge. This one, they didn't meet real well. You can see a little bit of an edge there, and I'll be bringing in some glue and gluing that, but this was much better, so I need to do that. So there's our first 2 pages that are really sturdy. Now what I'm going to do is decide what kind of a fold I want. And let's bring this page this way. So that is going to give me a pocket. And then I'm going to bring this page this way. And that's going to give me a pocket. So I have a pocket here, which that's going to be adhered to that, so that's going to give it some strength, and a pocket here. And this will give it strength here. So what I need to do is pull out, and I think this time I'm only going to pull out 8 sheets. Okay, so now I need to glue these 2 together, because again, this is a double page stuck together. This will be glued here to form this pocket, and then I need to form this pocket here, but I need this page to be strengthened, and I tore my paper there, so I'm going to turn it this way. It will just help me with applying my glue and pulling my book page toward myself so that they're even. So I'm going to grab this page here, And like I said, inside there is where we tore. And so I'm going to bring this page toward me, pull it taut, and bring my hand in there and bring it this way toward that other page. So that I've got a sturdy page there. You see how that is? I hope I explained that well enough. And so then for these 2 pages, I will take a pair of scissors and I will just trim this down here to remove some of that bulk. This will be glued down and paper will cover over it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of my art glitter glue and glue these down. And we're going to be putting some decorative paper over that, so it doesn't really matter that it's not glued down completely. So then now I know that is one tuck spot, so I take a paper clip and clip it. That will remind me. And then this is a double page together. And what I'll do is take a paper clip and clip those together. Okay, so now this will be the first page of my next little pocket that I want to do. And let's say, what do I want to do here for that one? Let's bring, let me think for a minute here. Let's just do a side pocket. Yeah, let's do a side tuck. So this is going to be the beginning of the 1 page. I'm going to pull out 8 pages. And I think I'm going to only do 7 pages because I like this page that is blank for having a journaling spot. So now I'm going to glue these 2 together to form a strong page. And now I think I'm going to pull it toward this way. So I'm going to kind of hold my book up so that the spine is almost closed. Bring my hands in there and bring that paper to the next page. And just kind of bring my fingers in here and glue, make sure that adheres well. And so see, that's a nice page there. So that's gonna be a page that will be a side pocket. And so then now I'm gonna tear out 7 more. And I'm gonna glue these 2 together. And actually, I realize now that that's not going to work with that having to be a side pocket. I may just do something else with that page. I'll do the side pocket with this because I'll show you in a minute why I know that won't work. So let me glue these 2 pages together where I tore those last 7 out. I'm actually here at my daughter's home babysitting grandchildren while their parents are on a little vacation together. They're in their rooms doing stuff. They're almost teenagers, except for the little one who's 10. So they kind of spend time in their bedrooms. They're very easy to babysit now, because all I have to do is say, you know, go get ready for bed or go get your bath. I don't have to do it all. And I will go back through and double check these pages to make sure if I need to add more glue on the edges, I can. So again, I'm gonna pull this page toward me, bring my hand in there, and glue those 2 pages together. So like I said, this page here is just gonna be a blank page with a journaling spot. There's a little bit of a wrinkle there. It looks like I needed to bring that over a little bit more, add more glue. But I'll fix that. So this turned out to be a nice page. It came together nicely. Okay, so this is gonna be the front of one side pocket. And so now I'm gonna pull out. There's another beautiful blank page. That's okay. So this is gonna be plain. I'm gonna leave that there, and now I'm gonna tear out 7. I apologize if it's confusing, but it's a little bit of a struggle, these altered books. So 1, okay, so now these 2 pages are going to be a side pocket. So what I will do is just go ahead and, this is a little bit too small of a little thumb. Like I said, I don't have all my stuff here because I'm at my daughter's house, but I'm just gonna go ahead and punch that out, and when I'm in my own home, I will be able to make that a little bit bigger. So what I'll do is I'll glue here and glue here, bring these together, and so then that will be a pocket there. So then that'll remind me of what that's gonna be. Okay, so now this is gonna be the first page of the next little area. And let's see what we wanna do. Why don't we do, is this about the middle? Oh yeah, it almost is. What did I say, 220? This is just about the middle already. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is do one of those three pockets. So this one here, I am going to fold this page to about there. Okay, then the next page, I'm going to fold even closer. So that'll be a tuck spot, and that will be a tuck spot. And actually, I could even do a third one. Let's go all the way in on that. And that gives me 3. 1, 2, 3. So I want to do the same thing on this side. So I want this page to be about there because I want them on this about the same size. So wait a minute here. No, it's got to go this way. So this first one has got to be the one that's tucked all the way in. I apologize. I made you guys confused there a little bit. So that one needs to be just like this one, tucked all the way in. Then the next one needs to be tucked at about there. It was in a little bit more. Okay, and then the next page is about there. I'm going to pull it forward so I can see and measure. Yeah, just about like that. Okay, so we're going to have 3 pockets here and 3 pockets over here. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and trim off a little bit of this so that I can go ahead and glue them down. You know what I did? It should have been like this. Am I in camera view? Yeah, sorry. It should be like this. Yeah, like that. Okay. So, I hope that wasn't too confusing. Let me go through it again so you can kind of see what I did. So there's my center, and I have 2 pockets here, or tucks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut some of this bulk off. And I'm going to be covering them so it doesn't matter. And as I go through that of covering them, it will make a little bit more sense to you guys. You may have to watch the video a couple of times or watch other people's videos also. The interesting thing about that other one I made, it only took me 2 days to make it, as to where on some of my journals that I make, it literally takes me weeks and weeks. So there is the one tuck. And like I said, I cut it off to remove a little bit of that bulk, and I glued it down. Then I'm now gonna take the other small or center one, pull off some of that bulk, and glue that down. And like I said, we're going to be covering all of these, so it doesn't matter if you don't cut it perfectly straight. Okay, so we have 2 pages in the center that are both this size. Now we have the next pages. And again, I'm going to remove some of the bulk. Glue it down. Okay, so like I said, there you have both middles, then the next one that I glued down, and now we're going to tear out or cut this one on this side. This probably is the most complicated page of the whole journal. So if you need to, just stop the video, rewind it, watch it again. And I didn't get any glue there. Okay, so I'm going through it again to show you. The 2 inside ones with a little bit cut off, both of those. Then the next side with a little bit cut off of both of those. And then now this one with a little bit cut off it and glued down. And that will give us our 3 pockets or 3 tuck spots. And this is just to help remove a little bit of that bulk. Okay, so we've got those 3, and now we're going to do this last one here. Okay, the middle, the next size, and the last size, and these will be attached here, so we'll have a tuck there, and a tuck there. Then on this side, a tuck, a tuck, a tuck, and so we need to keep this page intact. So this is all one section right here. So I'm going to put a paper clip there. And then now I think I'm gonna do a top pocket because I've done some side pockets, but I haven't done a top pocket. So we wanna keep this one intact because it is going to be the first page of our tuck pocket. So I'm gonna pull out, let's see, let's do 8. I really want to get most of this out because I don't want it to interfere with whatever I'm going to put in that pocket. Okay. So this is going to be a top pocket, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and notch it out so I can remember that that's what my plan was. And add a paper clip. So what will happen is it will be glued down here and along this side, and then that will give me a top loading pocket. Okay, let's see, what do we want to do next? Okay, so this was our top loading pocket. And so now what I'm going to do is fold one over and then fold this in like this. And then this in a little bit more. And then that way, this page is just a tiny little bitty tuck like that. So this is going to be then now folded over the other way. And I'm going to line these two up so that they're going to be at about the same and then that is going to be a page there. So I think I will remember that okay. I'm just going to leave that like that and flip it over, and I will remember that that's going to be just like that. Then I need a blank page, and then I need to tear out, oh, let's see, what kind of page do I want to make now? We could just do a blank journaling page. So we'll keep that one like that and tear out. Let's do 10. There's our 10. I'm going to come in here and pull some of this bulk out. I'm going to try. It just doesn't want to tear. 10 pages is a lot. Let's just do that, bend it up. I think that's going to be okay, because it's just going to be a journaling page. So what I'm going to do is have this plain and this plain, and there'll be just journaling on each side. So let me glue this down. Judson, why don't you come say hi on the video? So this is my grandson, Judson. Just say hi. Put your little hands in there and wave. Yeah, he was playing a video game. I'm gonna have to get him off to bed soon because we got church tomorrow. Say bye, Judd. Okay, so what we're going to do is pull this page toward this other one and lay it down flat. And so that is just going to be a blank journaling page that we will put some pretty coffee dyed paper over. Okay, so now I want to do is make sure I have at least 5 pages in the back. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put a paper clip there because I need to know that I'm not going to mess with those. And so I have these left. So that was going to be a blank page. Okay, I need a blank page, and then I need 2 pages that kind of meet together. In the center. A little difficult. Maybe I won't do it. Maybe it's going to be too difficult. Okay, is it about there? Yeah, okay, got that. There you go. But what they're going to do is, since they're going to be like a little tuck spot, this way. So this will be glued here and here and a little bit there, and there'll be a tuck spot to go through the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and glue those down so I don't forget. Hope everyone's doing well. It was a beautiful day today in Arizona. My sweet Miss Olivia had a soccer tournament, and so we were at the soccer tournament for almost 7 hours today, and I think the temperature was like 85 degrees. It was just beautiful. We sat in the shade, there was trees. So we were able to not be too hot. We had plenty of snacks and drinks. So that page is going to go like that. And now I need to do the same thing for this one. And so it just kind of helps that I have this one here that I can measure. Okay, that's good. And now this one here. And I want them to come to a point. There we go. Okay. Is that about right? I think it is. Oh, this one came all the way to, yeah, that one did too. Okay, so let's just go ahead and glue those down. Okay, that's going to be attached to this page. And be a tuck spot for journaling card. And then this one is going to be attached to this one with the same area. Okay, now where are we at with the, okay, we still got a fair amount left. I think I'm going to do another top loading pocket. Okay, so this one is going to be the first page, and then I'm going to pull out, let's pull out 10. I only pulled out 6. Okay, let's take our 3-in-1 here. That turned out nicely. And then I think what I'm going to do is do these two together. And then that will be the top loading pocket. Okay. That works out perfect. Okay, and so these two are going to be my last top loading pocket. There you go. Okay, so I think that's the end of my book. That is going to be the end of this video, and we will continue with the next video. Thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. Bye.